Alright, just going to do a short update on some of my solar stuff. My grid tie inverter is putting out 184.4 watts. Right now it's not got the limiter turned on because it's not really putting out that much. It's not putting out over 200, so I'm not really worried about it. Here's the watts coming in and the volts from the solar panels, which is now sun tracking. And then this is my charge controller, which is running right now basically off the wind turbine. This is for the wind turbine, and it's putting out just a little bit under an amp, but it's actually tripping the overload. It's got a dump load on it. That way, as you can see, it's running pretty good. But if it charges the batteries up to a certain point, it's got a trigger that will dump some of that energy, because you can't just shut off the electricity coming in from a wind turbine or you'll burn them up. So you either got to shut them down or you got to burn it off with a resistive load. So right now I haven't got my wires buried yet. That's something I got to do, but I do have the tracking working. Yay! So, and you will be able to hear it probably in a second. The sun will move a little bit, and the motor will move incrementally, and it's been working really good. When it gets dark or it's really cloudy, it's I got it programmed to come back to home position, which you can set your home position just about anywhere you want. But what it does, it comes back to a flat position. Hear it? So, right now, and of course here's the electronic eye is watching the sun. So what it does, it sees from two different sides, and then it tells the motor whether to increment or not. And that's where all my power is coming in. Right now I only got 3 panels hooked up. I got one extra because it's over voltage till I get my battery bank set up. But right now I'm just feeding straight into the grid. Right here, my charge controller. This is my makeshift waterproof container, which I just bought that at Walmart, and it's for just whatever you want to put in it. So basically I use that just to, when it rains, to keep the moisture off of the charge controller. I am going to build a either something like this or another container where I can keep the weather off of the charge controller, because I'm going to keep everything out here. Right now I'm hooked up to a lawnmower battery, and it's not really being charged by anything, but I have a small panel that I'm going to mount either on the top side or the bottom side of the solar panels, and that way it will be able to absorb energy. It's like a 10 watt, and I think it puts out about 19 volts open circuit, so it'll be more than enough to charge a 12 volt battery. This system will run off anywhere from 8 to 24 volts. So you can have a 12 volt battery, you can have a little bit under that. I wouldn't recommend trying to run it off 8, 12 or 24 or anything in between. I was running off an 18 volt drill battery the other night, just kind of testing things to see how it would work, but it does great. Don't use a lot of energy. I mean, it just increments. As you can see, I got this set up to where this is going to flex, and that's kind of my spring backup system. See, that there's stretched and that there's flexed. So if this ever breaks loose for whatever reason, there's something going to hold the panels, and the way I got set up now, it'll just go back to a flat position. So they won't just flop down to the left or flop down to the east. You know, they will settle out level. And so if a storm comes through and breaks this loose for some reason, which everything is mounted pretty sturdy, but yet